Hey, Mission Church, welcome to Church at Home. Whether it was chaotic or quiet, I hope that you had a wonderful Christmas. Every year in the last weekend of December, we do Church at Home as a thank you to our over 1,000 volunteers who faithfully serve every single weekend and make church possible. And so if you are a volunteer, I just hope that you are having a wonderful and restful weekend at home. 2025 has been an incredible year for our church. It's hard to narrow it down, but there are a few things, if we look at our values of gather, grow, and go, that really stand out, that made this a marker year. When we look at our first value of gather, this might be a little on the nose, but we moved into our expanded space. Volunteers showed up and stepped up. You invited your friends and family. And as we shared earlier this month, we completed our 2-year generosity campaign, Wait No More. We celebrated that over the last 2 years, we have funded 91% of our generosity campaign goal. This helped us complete our expanded space and continue helping people find and follow Christ. And so whether you're in the category where you need to complete your commitment, or maybe you're brand new to mission and you can contribute to help us close that last 9% gap, we want to invite you to just head to wearemission.com/give to make your year-end gift by December 31st at 11:59 p.m. Thank you for gathering differently. When we look at our second value of grow, every term our prayer is that 50% of our adults here at Mission would choose to grow intentionally. This isn't about a number. It is about continuing to be a church that chooses growth. And we crushed that goal in 2025 with 55% of our adults on the growth track, growing intentionally. Our friends are being baptized out of the Alpha course, partners are stepping up to volunteer, and our missional communities are helping people find and follow Christ as the church, just not at the church. And that brings us to our third value of go. In 2025, we launched 87 brand new missional communities, which brings our total to 240 missional communities out there in our neighborhoods, in their workplaces, in their homes, helping share the good news of Jesus. And all of this comes down to our last line in our 5-year vision. Our dependency on the Spirit got us here. And we look back at 2025, it is evident that it was our dependency on the Spirit that made 2025 so special. We can't wait to see all that God continues to do in and through our church in 2026, but we've still got one more message for you in 2025, so let's go ahead and hear from Dan.
Well, hey, Mission Church, I pray that you have had a meaningful Christmas with family and friends, and welcome to Church at Home. I'm not sure where you're viewing this from. Maybe you're traveling, maybe you're visiting family, but thanks for joining in. What I do know is every single one of us is feeling this strange, unique stretch of time, the blurry time between Christmas and New Year's. You know this week I'm talking about. It's where you're wearing your sweatpants more than you ever thought physically possible. Me too. It's your kids' Christmas gifts. They're losing their Christmas luster and they're getting back at each other's throats and you can't ship them off to school yet. It's your Christmas tree, definitively still up until New Year's Day, or definitely already pitched curbside, depending on your personality. Me, December 26th, the morning of, it's in the trash, get it gone. And nobody, and I mean nobody, is totally sure what day of the week it is. This is this awkward stretch we are in between Christmas and New Year's. But there is one thing that I am confident we're all doing, and that is looking back at 2025 and looking ahead to 2026. And if I were to ask you, as you reflect back on 2025, what is one word that describes it? And if I said, let's count to 3 and say it aloud, I bet we'd get close to saying the same word, because you've told me it. The word of 2025 was full. Boy, 2025 was full. Just think about all the things we got to celebrate with Alex at Mission Church. It was full of construction, full of invitations, full of kids and students gathering here, full of salvations, full of baptisms. In a word, 2025 was full. And we are grateful to God for every full minute of it. Now, how about your life? Maybe your life of 2025 was like mine, full of family, full of work, full of obligations and expectations, full of hope that the Bears may have a franchise future, full of grief and loss perhaps, or full of health and healing. 2025 was full. Now, I can't predict the future, but I can make a strong prediction about one thing. If 2025 was full, as you look ahead, 2026 promises to be full. That's right. In 2026, full is guaranteed. And so before page 1 of 2026 gets written, I want to help us make one strategic shift. I want to help us shift from full to fullness in 2026. Because full and fullness, they are not the same thing. Full is guaranteed in 2026. Fullness is not. And here's the difference. As you think about your week of 2026, your first month, the year, I want you to remember this. Full is about capacity. Fullness is about completeness. Full is about capacity. It asks, how much can I fit in? Fullness is about completeness. Will I be present where it matters most? And so I want to help us make this shift from full to fullness, because they are not the same thing. This is why, fun fact about the Ruda family, we're generous in a lot of ways. We tithe here at Mission Church. We give to friends and nonprofits. And there is one thing that we do quite frugally in our household. Anytime my daughter Elliot or my son Wells asks for a new gift, I start shopping. Now, don't tell them this, but I shop first on Facebook Marketplace, right? Secondhand, first choice. It's a Ruda motto. So I go to Facebook Marketplace. There is one thing I will never buy off of Facebook Marketplace: a Lego box set. Why? Because full and fullness are not the same thing. I'll get that used secondhand Lego box and it looks full. It feels full. But once you dig into it, it's missing a few critical pieces. It's lacking fullness. Like the windshield of the boat Wells is trying to construct, or the steering wheel of the police car that Elliot's putting together, or worst of all, the instruction manual, rendering all the pieces useless. Full, yes. Fullness? Completeness? No. So this is also how your life works. This is how my life works. Your career can be full. Your calendar can be full. Your activity at Mission Church, full. But will you be experiencing fullness? David, in the book of Psalms, he gives us the secret to experiencing a life of fullness. And this is our anchor verse that we are in today. He's writing about uncertainty. He's projecting unknown. Much of what 2026 holds still needs to unfold. And still he describes something called the path of life. And so regardless of what awaits us in 2026, there's a gift of what he calls the path of life. Here it is, Psalm 16, verse 11. He's talking to God, and he's equipping us as he writes, "You make known to me the path of life." Here it is. "In your presence, there is fullness of joy." In your presence, he's telling God, there is fullness. See, the bridge between full and fullness is presence. We got to get this as we shift from full to fullness. Your presence makes a difference. Your presence with those in your family, your presence with those in your workplace, your presence with those that matter most around you, it makes a difference. And your presence in God's presence makes all the difference. Your presence matters. And so I want to just ask you a couple of these fullness questions. Think about your home and your family. Here's a question. Are you eating and spending time together? Or are you existing together under one roof? One has the heart and experience of fullness. The other, just full. How about this? Am I spending time or investing attention? Spending time, man, that's full. There's never enough to go around. Investing attention with your presence, that is fullness. This one hit me hard. We were doing family night at the Rutas. We were watching a movie on the screen. Honestly, I don't even know what was on the screen because I was on this screen, my phone in front of my face, alternating between checking emails and social media, toggling back and forth, living on two screens. And my son Wells, he gets real close up in front of my face and he says, "Can you just pick one screen?" And I was like, oh, full, but lacking fullness. He's like, you're here, but you're not present. How about this question? When it comes to gathering at Mission, am I hearing about God or am I experiencing God? Are you expecting to encounter him as you walk in the front doors? Are you offering your worship? Is he meeting you in your prayer? Because being here, that's full, that's good. Encountering him, that's fullness, that's better. Full is what your schedule will demand in 2026. Fullness is what your soul desires in 2026. So we're going to make this strategic shift from full to fullness. So I want to equip us with a simple tool to shift from full to fullness as we embark on a new year. It's 3 words. It's easy to remember and it's easier to apply. And so you can take out your notes app. You can literally take a piece of paper or a napkin sitting next to you and write these 3 words down. Stop, start, continue. All right, we're going to take a fullness audit. Let's just look at stop and ask the question, what do I need to stop to shift from full to fullness? Stop, for me, living on 2 screens. When I go home, 1 screen or 0 screen family. I got to stop living on 2 screens. How about this? Stop hitting the snooze button and missing the presence of God in the morning. Stop agreeing to schedules that demand you're there physically, but emotionally and spiritually, you're miles away. Pastor's note, quit some stuff. Stop doing some stuff that is demanding a full schedule, but robbing you of fullness. So that's the first thing. Jot down a few things you must stop. Then start. Ask the question, what do I need to start to move from full to fullness? Start gathering regularly as a family here at Mission Church. Aim for 3 weeks out of the month. Get your kids in Mission Kids, get your kids and students, talk about it on the way home in your car, your presence together after having been in the presence of God. Start gathering consistently. Start growing intentionally. The Alpha course, the Partner course, the Planter course. Start growing in the presence of God's people in his presence. You can start that. You can start reading God's word daily. How about that? Choose 4 or more. Download the Mission Church app and open up the Mission Bible reading plan. Just a few minutes a day, 4 or more days a week will change everything and can transform everything in the year 2026. You could start gathering consistently as a family, growing intentionally on the growth track, or reading scripture 4 or more times a week. You could start that. Jot it down. What's your 1 or 2? And lastly, continue. What must you continue? That's allowing you to experience fullness of joy in God's presence. Just keep going. Keep huddling up with your volunteer teams. Keep elevating your voices in worship. Keep encountering him and responding in prayer surrounded by others. If it is helping you to experience fullness of joy, continue. Stop, start, continue. This will help us shift from full to fullness in 2026. Church, 2026 is going to be full. May we choose, may we strategically shift completeness over capacity, presence over panicked schedules, and fullness over just full. Happy New Year, Mission Church. I'll see you in 2026.
Thanks so much for checking out Church at Home. We can't wait to kick off 2026 with you. We will see you on January 3rd at 5 p.m. and January 4th at 9 a.m. and 10:45. Love you guys. We are Mission.